I'm Fletcher Rhoden, and this is Quotes and Quips. Today on Quotes and Quips, words of wisdom from Epictetus. Quotes and Quips is brought to you by my website, FletcherRhoden.com. That's where you can get links, such as those to my Amazon.com authors page. That's where you can buy my books in paperback, or for Kindle, or in audiobook format. There's also a link to my Spotify artist page. That's where you can download my records in their various subgenres. Last year, 2024, I had a 4-album series called Quadrilogy. And this year, 2025, I have a brand new pop album called I'm Possible. Now you can download those from Spotify or from anywhere you like to download your favorite music. You can download mine. But at my website, there's free music and other fun stuff you can get there exclusively. So check it out. Okay, Epictetus tells us this. It's not what happens to you in life that counts, but how you react to it. It's not what happens to you in life that counts, but how you react to it. This is another ancient Greek philosopher whose words long outlasted the man, if he ever truly lived. Socrates. This nugget of wisdom, it's not what happens to you that counts. It's how you react to it, is echoed by so many people. It's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up again. I think Lincoln said that, or maybe it was George Washington, I'm not sure. Character, I once said character is the measure. Character is measured by how a person faces crisis. Crisis is character, I would say. But it's basically the same thing. We all get nice. It's not about how many times you fall down, but how many times you pick yourself up, right? We've all heard this before. There's nothing too new about it, and there's nothing too revelatory about it either. It's true. We are all going to get knocked down. We think about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. The growth mindset accepts the fact that you're going to get knocked down a couple times. But if you keep getting up again, you may eventually prevail. The fixed mindset will tell you, no, you're just going to keep getting knocked down over and over again. Why don't you go do something else where you won't get knocked down over and over again? So both have a perspective which is grounded in some kind of realism. Neither one particularly good nor bad. It's just, which one are you? You know? And a lot of the people we tend to quote tend to be growth-minded. This is because growth-minded people are drawn to the arts, and the arts make people famous, and famous people have their quotes live on. Now, Epictetus is not anyone you'd call famous. I think, I'm not sure, but I think even in his own time, he may not have been a superstar. I don't know. I wasn't there then. But I know that he's not like on the Mount Rushmore of Greek philosophers. Maybe he should be, but I don't think he is. But he wasn't wrong, you know. And he did say it first, as far as we know. It's not what happens to you that counts. It's how you react to it. Because you cannot control, as we've discussed on this show, you can't control the outside world. You can only control the inner world and hope that the outer world takes note of it and follows your example. You can only lead by example. You can order people around, but that's not leading. That's not leading. That's not leadership. It's authoritarianism, which is important in certain structures, but a true leader leads by example. A true leader leads from the front. Emerson said, what you do speaks so loudly I can't hear what you say. So it's in our actions that we see the measure of our philosophies, if you will. And so therein, it's about what you do, because you can't control the world will knock you down. The growth mindset will say, well, I'm going to react by getting up again. The fixed mindset will say, I'm going to react by moving on to something else. That's my way of growing, by growing the heck out of here. Either way, you got to react somehow. A third character might just ball up into a corner. You know, they used to say there were two responses, fight or flight. And the fight response would be associated with the growth mindset. The growth mindset is willing to fight it out because they feel that even getting knocked down a couple times, they can still prevail. The fixed mindset is you know, it's more attuned to the flight. Things aren't going to change here, might as well go move on to greener pastures. So a fixed mindset is more apt to flee than fight. A growth mindset is more apt to fight than flee. But there's a third option to fight or flight, and that's freeze. It's one people don't talk about a lot. There's fight or flight or freeze. Some people just freeze, and they won't fight and they won't flee. And that can happen. I think Epictetus is warning us, even from back in the day, don't freeze. You know, you can fight or you can flee, or you can also freeze. Even if he wasn't saying that, let us now, in this day and age, let's make a note of it. There are three, not two. It's a triadic construct, not a dichotomous construct. It's not fight or flight. It's fight, flee, or freeze. What about the growth or fixed mindset? There's a growth mindset. There's a fixed mindset. Is there a frozen mindset? Is that not the fixed mindset? I have no answer. That brings us into the realm of philosophy, because it's a question. So I'll leave you to think about it. And let me know in the comments section if you disagree, or if you have some input or wisdom you'd like to input, then by all means do. I'm happy to read it, and I'll respond in kind. So, thanks for listening to Epictetus and me on another episode of Quotes and Quips. I'm here every other Monday at noon throughout 2025. Alternating Mondays, I'll be here with my new show, Fletcher Rhoden's Pet Peeves. There's also 2024's run of Quotes and Quips, which is still available for your enjoyment. And you can also check out 2023 show called Tracking the Lone Wolf. That's on its own YouTube channel called Tracking the Lone Wolf. You can also buy the book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, The Sigma at Work, at Home, and at Play, on my author's page on Amazon. You can go there directly or go through my website. Check out my stuff. Tune in again. And until then, bye, Mary.